know why I feel this way. Every day I wanna run away. I think I'll go back to that place I stay. Play on the server the TimeShot way.
Hello, people. It's Poet, and we're back on TimeShot, and it's about time I recorded this fresh and new. It's actually been quite some time, I think, because I've been doing the Clash of the Disciples type of thing with Jake, Huck, and Tort, and then I did that quick JF Hako's episode with Huck and Jake, and a prank I did before that, and there was a bunch of things that I had recorded previously, and I haven't been able to like record new and fresh in a long time. So finally I'm back, and I was told that I should go to my base when I record, so I was at Wyn's base and just heading back there now. So a couple things to talk about today. I actually had a topic that I wanted to talk about, and I think that if there's a prank to clean up, that would probably be the best time to do it. I also wanted to update you guys on the fact that come October 26th, I am once again traveling to Michigan to stay with Wyn. And in this case, I'm going to be there for a long time. I'm going to be there for 3 months, which is a very long time. I told my mother today that I was going to be gone for 3 months, and she was not very thrilled about that. She was on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being upset, 1 being thrilled. I would say she was like an 8 or a 9. Like, she's pretty confident that I've lost my mind. But that's okay. She's allowed to think that, and especially since she's lately wanted to kind of be around me a lot. I'm kind of the only child of hers that pays her any mind, and she's been going through a pretty stressful time with the whole divorce thing going on. And so I've been there. I've been the one child that she can turn to, that she can talk to. She comes to me for things that she wants to say in confidence, and that kind of thing. Just someone to talk to. So me being gone for 3 months, 3 months is going to affect her. I know that it will. But this is my life, and I have to live my life. And I've told her in the past many times that, whereas she stayed in the city and lived here her whole life because of her mother. And when her mother passed away, my grandmother passed away, she actually had said that she had regretted that part a little bit. But so I made the decision a long time ago, actually, that I would not make that same choice. And I've told her that I would be willing to move elsewhere for my happiness. And even though I've told her this, we've discussed this, we've had this talk, I think that she's still, I think now of all times for her is going to be the hardest for me to be away for 3 months. So what I did, I offered her, what the? This is what I was trying not to look at. Oh my God. What? Oh my God. Oh my God, I just realized now there's like this cow thing in the middle. Have I been pranked by many people? Oh no. Look at the cows stuck in there. I bet they're just waiting to explode out. Mr. Mocking Cow decided to host his 2015 family reunion at your place. You said you wouldn't mind since you so tight. Enjoy winter in Edson and Eneija. Oh my God. So is one of these cows actually named Mr. Mocking Cow? Like, is he in here somewhere? That would be amazing if he was. Beanbag toss. Oh, they have little fun and games everywhere. Hot tubbity tub. Oh my god. Oh. And what's this? What is this? What is this? Is it a cow? Can't really tell. It's a cow colored block. What does it say here? All hail the mighty mocking cow family. Oh, is this the cow right here? This is the cow face? Kind of. I'm not sure. Oh my god. Mr. Mocking Cow, I had no idea he had such a big family. Tug of war. There's a random chicken in here. Volleyball. DJ Mock. And they put 13 in there? Why? Oh my god. This is adorable. They've decked the whole place out with like party lights and stuff. Okay, I can't play that record. That record's terrible. Shut up. This is amazing. Is there anything over here? Alright. Well, this is nuts. This is insane. And it's made worse by the fact that, oh my god, they're back there too. I see White Fang the horse. Oh my god. Are they beyond here? Like, how far does this go? Okay, so they put a fence there at least. Oh man. Oh my god. It's made worse, what I was gonna say. It's made worse by the fact that I don't have a sword. Like, I don't currently have a weapon of any kind. And so it's not like I could just go and slaughter all these cows either. Oh my god. Lots of cookies. Guess cows eat cookies. I've been looking. I can't believe I haven't found Mr. Mocking Cow. If he's in here, I wonder. But I haven't seen him. Oh my god. Well, I am clearly being mocked by the Mocking Cow family. This is nuts. Absolutely 100% nuts. Oh my god. Look at them all. They're just everywhere, and I don't have a weapon. I gotta fight them off. I gotta just fight them off. That's all there is to it. As much as I love Mr. Mocking Cow and his family, the numbers are thinning tonight. So I got some iron, right? I'll just make temporary swords. I think, what, 3 iron swords should be enough? That should be more than enough. Probably. Don't need a carrot. Mutton. Mutton's the choice. Alright. Start cleaning this up. So, what I was saying before is that right now is probably the hardest time for my mom to see me just randomly go. Like, to her, there was no planning involved. For me, I've been planning this for a while, and I just didn't want to break it to her. So, you know, that's really the issue. I knew that I was going to be gone in October, the end of October, for months now. But I only let her know today. And today is, what is it, the 13th today. So, just over a week until I'm gone for 3 months is her only preparation time. But that's just the way that it has to be, you know. It's, if I had let her know sooner, she just would have been mad sooner. That's the way that my mom is, unfortunately. Like, if I had let her know in last month or something, then she'd just be bitter for several months, you know, before I've left. And I didn't want her to have to worry about it. Because she will let it get to her. She will let the stress get to her. With me not being there. So, I didn't want to let her know. Canadians, we have Thanksgiving in October. In fact, it's October 12th is the day this year that we have our Thanksgiving Monday. And this year I could tell was especially hard for my mom, again, because of the whole divorce thing. They don't really have a house and a place to do things, to cook meals or anything like that, readily available. So this was the first year she could remember that they didn't have a Thanksgiving. We didn't have a family Thanksgiving. It sounds sad, but unfortunately none of the family wanted to get together or could get together, what have you. So we didn't have a Thanksgiving. In fact, all that it ended up being was my mom and I went out for a buffet dinner, so that we could still have a nice big meal. Even try to have things like stuffing and turkey and that if we wanted, without having to cook anything, without having to prepare anything. And the rest of the family was invited if they wanted to tag along, but none of them did. So that was our Thanksgiving. We went for a buffet. And I didn't want to tell her before Thanksgiving because of how hard it was for her. I didn't want her to feel like not only is the family not getting together, but I'm not going to be here and, you know, make her feel bad about it. So it was a big, sensitive issue for me. It's not really an issue, but it's a sensitive thing. I had to time it all properly, and I hope you guys can understand that. But I don't mean to make Wyn feel bad either, because, you know, I love her to pieces. I know that Wyn is my future, and that makes it easy for me to be able to go and be there for 3 months, despite the rest of my family maybe feeling bad about it. I know that it's all for the best, and that ultimately this thing has to happen anyway for this relationship to move forward, you know? We can't just go week to week. You know, there has to be a time when I'm going to be staying there for a little bit more of an extended period of time. It's just, it has to happen. Whether it happens now or, you know, a year from now, it has to happen. And so, though my mom might feel bad about it right now, you know, she'd have to feel this eventually. So there's no point in feeling bad about it, right? It sounds like I'm being a little bit insensitive, but I'm trying not to. I mean, like I said, I have to still think about myself. But I am thinking about my mom as well. That's why I was waiting this long to tell her. And I think I've told her now that Thanksgiving's over. It's the 13th today. Thanksgiving was yesterday. We had our dinner a couple days ago. What I've said to her is, in order to try to soften the blow even, is that, you know, if she wants to stay at my house, she won't have to worry about the long distance. She lives outside the city, so she was worried about the distance in the winter, with shoveling snow and without even having a television. She doesn't have a television at home even. And I said to her, like, listen, while I'm gone, you can stay at my place. And in fact, I'll have the TV hooked up. There's no driveway to really worry about too much. Just enjoy your time there. Take care of the place. Watch the place for me. And it's a win-win because you get all those amenities. But she was clearly upset. She just said to me, like, I must be crazy. And essentially said that no, she wasn't interested in staying here, that she would rather stay where she was. Which I don't quite understand myself, but it's her choice again. So it is what it is. I can't really change her mind. She will calm down eventually, but it's going to be a little bit of a shock to her. So there's that big announcement to make. I'm going to be gone for 3 months. So that means that hopefully I'm going to try my best to make sure that I've got everything this time, including the intros to all my videos. That's the one thing I missed last time, is that I didn't have any of the intros for like my dinosaur series or TimeShot for that matter. So I'm going to make sure that I bring those. I'm going to bring this headset. I'm not using the headset right now, but I'm going to bring my headset that I used to record with for years. So you guys are used to that kind of audio quality, and it will allow me to record things at the same time as Wyn without that horrible quality of headset that I had while I was there before. As well, I know that Thomas just got a brand new laptop for his birthday. Congratulations, buddy. And that laptop will also benefit me because it's a little bit better quality of laptop to record on. It'll lag a lot less. So that's that. The other thing I wanted to talk about today. Why are there cows like in the corner? The other thing I wanted to talk about today was something that comes up in the comments quite often. And in fact, I've talked about this before. I don't know if I've talked about this on TimeShot or when. It's been a while. I've talked about it before. Maybe just in passing, but I wanted to make it a major point of interest today. Look at these cows in the corner here. How come I can't jump that? Come on. I wanted to make it a major point of interest today. Was this comment that people make all the time. It's 2 words. No offense. Those are the 2 words, and that's what I wanted to talk about today while I clear out this prank. No offense. They'll say no offense. And I gotta say that I'm getting to the point where if I see someone commenting the words no offense in any context, that I might just ban them from my channel. Now, it doesn't happen that often that I'd be banning a lot of people. This is a select few. They come onto the channel, and typically what they'll do is they will say something offensive, but they'll sugarcoat it by putting the words no offense. No offense, but ... and then they'll say something really offensive. Recently this happened on one of Wyn's videos. I'll totally drag her into the conversation, but I'm not going to mention who it was or what the comment was or anything like that. And I don't ask you guys to go out of your way to find a person and harass them. You know that I hate that even worse. Who's calling me? Oh, Wyn's actually calling me right now, but I'm recording, so I can't answer. Anyway, she had a comment, and the comment basically said something that was kind of crummy, and they sugarcoated it with no offense. No offense. And I don't know if this is the first time that she's experienced that kind of comment. I've experienced them before, so I was very used to them. But let me just say this, that if you have good intentions, it doesn't matter. If what you're saying is offensive, don't say it, you know? Some things are better left unsaid, even if you're unhappy with something. whether it's the way the channel's going, the way a video was made, the way a video sounds, etc., etc., etc. It doesn't matter. Your comment will fall upon deaf ears regardless. And saying no offense just makes it more of a slap in the face. Because it almost implies that we're ignorant, that we can't tell when you're being offensive, or that you truly believe that what you just said was something that wasn't offensive. Then that's ignorance on your behalf. You know, it's on your part, ignorance. The fact of the matter is this, that it's very, very, very seldom when you say the words no offense, that the words that you either said before or after no offense weren't actually offensive. Like, I've seen people joke around about it when I've talked about it in the past, where they've said no offense, but I love your videos, or something like that. That's all in jest, and that's all for fun. But the fact of the matter is that there are people out there who will say something like, oh, is this Hoyt? There are people out there who will say something, for example, not saying that this actually was a comment, but they'll say like, no offense, but your audio sucked in this episode. Okay. You know, chances are, there's a pretty good chance that I was aware of it. And even if I wasn't aware that the audio issues were in the video, I didn't need you to say no offense, but it sucked. You know, that's one of the lightest examples I can give. Another one I've seen is no offense, but your content is boring me. Or no offense, but this video was boring. Or no offense, but you should do something more exciting in your video. Or no offense, but I like this person's videos better. No offense, but the quality is bad. You know, things like that. No offense, but I can't stand the sound of your laugh. No offense, but your voice is obnoxious. You know, no offense, but you look ugly. You know, things like that are just so idiotic and offensive. What part of the things that these people say isn't offensive, that they can actually get away with saying no offense, but? Oh, well, thank you for saying no offense, but, because otherwise I would have taken offense. But what a relief that you didn't mean any offense by what you said. I mean, geez, I could have possibly been hurt by what you said, but thankfully you said no offense, and so I can sleep easy at night knowing that my content is boring. Thank you so much for letting me know not to be offended. I will make sure not to be. So I mean, it's an obnoxious and annoying 2 words, that no offense. And somewhere along the lines, it's become a very popular and common thing for people to say. Like, I don't know where they're learning it, where they are saying no offense and expecting that, you know, people won't take offense to what they're saying. Maybe they genuinely feel like they're trying not to be offensive with the things that they say. Like, this could be a fact. That they genuinely feel like they are helping with their suggestions or with their comments, with their negativity. When you leave a negative comment and genuinely think that nobody's going to take offense to it, you know, that you're actually giving constructive criticism or something. But you see, there's the difference is that criticism is criticism. Saying no offense in front of it doesn't make it better. When you're constructive criticism, giving constructive criticism, it's different. If you say something like, no offense, but perhaps you could try changing the volume next time. It was a little loud for me, you know. That wouldn't be offensive to say something like that. So it's really, you have to gauge how offensive what you're saying is being. Like, if you feel like you have to say the words no offense, chances are what you're saying is going to be offensive. So if it is something that really concerns you, then you should try to give constructive criticism by offering suggestions as to what a person can do or change or try. And if you know genuinely that there is nothing that a person will do, change, or try, then just don't say it. Because saying it is ridiculous. It's not going to change anything. Like, people saying that content is boring. I'm not going to change the content I make. No offense, but play a different game. No offense, but you should really play this other game. It's not going to change my opinion. No offense, but this game sucks. It's not going to make me stop playing the game, you know, if I'm already playing it, if I enjoy the game. So, you know, saying things like that, it doesn't make sense. No offense, but you're not making any sense. Oh my god, this right here. The ring toss. All these cows stuck in the ring toss. Come on. There we go. I don't even know what's happening here. I gotta get the lava. I just gotta get the lava bucket. I don't have it on me. That's the only solution to that problem right there. So I just kind of wanted to make a video about that topic of no offense. You know, no offense, but keep your opinions to yourself. You know? Honestly. And I was trying to think after, like, is there a really valid way to use that term? No offense. And there are very, very few situations, and usually only including very close friends, would the words no offense really help. I mean, let me see here if that'll work right. If I go like that. Let's try this. That noise, though. My god, okay. Taken care of at least. I don't want to use the lava anywhere else because it would damage the grass and the torches and hard to clean up. Plus, it would be horrific to see all these burning cows everywhere. But, so an example of, like, no offense would be to give constructive criticism to a friend or something. Like, if a friend of mine, I don't know. I'm trying to think of the worst thing you could possibly say to someone would be like, no offense, but, you know, you should consider having a mint or something because your breath is a little bit rank. You know, even that would be offensive, but to a friend, perhaps the no offense would then soften the blow that their breath stinks. I don't know. Like, even then, I don't think that would be the appropriate way to say it. You shouldn't say it. That's what I'm getting at. Is that even if you have a good reason to say no offense, chances are you're gonna be offensive anyway. Just don't say it. Or give a constructive criticism to say it. But don't say no offense, because you're gonna take offense one way or another. Even if someone gives me constructive criticism, like, oh, your volume's too loud, I sometimes still cringe at that, because, you know, sometimes I'm aware of it and I'm doing the best I can to fix it. And hearing other people comment on it constantly, it just doesn't help the situation. So, really, I grasp at straws to think of good reasons to use the words no offense. I kind of wanted to start this campaign to stop people from saying it. It's ridiculous. It's idiotic. It is offensive. So, you know, call a spade a spade. When you are being offensive, say, hey, I am offensive, but how about that? How about that? How about saying that? Hey, poet, I'm offensive. This is boring. That would be more accurate. That would be way more accurate. I'm offensive, but. How about that? I'm offensive, but here are the following things I am offended by. You know? Here's something that you will find to be offensive. So, that's what I wanted to talk about. Glad I got that off my chest again, and it's unfortunate that I had to do this topic again. It's not the first time. Probably the most in-depth I've talked about it, though, for sure. I know that I've made tweets about it, that I've said, you know, if you're saying no offense and then following up by something super offensive, you're still a jerk, you know. I wish there was a way to stop it. Unfortunately, usually it's littler kids, smaller kids, younger people who don't really have a filter, is a good way to say it. They don't have a filter. They don't understand when they're being negative or very offensive. They don't really understand when there's that difference. I don't know. Either way, it still should stop. You know, it's even if it's the kids saying no offense, but and then saying something offensive, you should be educated. If you're watching this video, you should be intelligent enough to get it. You know, and if you're a culprit, if you've said it in the past, then you should think about it. Think about not saying it. Because whatever you're about to say will be offensive, and it will hurt someone even more to try to sugarcoat what you're saying, you know? So just don't do it. You know, there's not enough positivity in this world being said between people. You know, leaving positive comments and, you know, trying to pull out the one thing you liked about a video. If the sound was awful, but the content was really funny, say that it was a funny video, you know? Try to say something positive. You don't always have to focus on the negative all the time. And if you're going out of your way to comment something negative, I mean, that's just a rotten thing to do. So, that's all I wanted to talk about. I'm already feeling better about talking about it, you know? Now that I've talked about it, I feel like more people will be aware of what they should and should not say. It probably won't change anything. There will still be a load of people, probably the same amount of people, saying no offense, but because they probably have already said no offense, but I don't like watching TimeShot videos. Make more Minecraft dinosaurs or something. I don't know. So they probably won't get this message anyway. But for you out there watching, at least, you can be aware of how me and I think other people who make videos, and not just videos, but in any situation, feel about that way. You just got to put yourself in the other person's shoes. If you were to hear the exact same thing after you had made a project, say you made a piece of art. Okay, this is my best example of how it could hurt someone. Like, say you spent an hour, even more than that, let's say 2 hours, drawing a picture or painting a picture or recording a song or something that you're proud of, that you worked hard on, or that you just made. Maybe you didn't work hard on it, but you're proud of it anyway. You made this thing, you painted this picture, and you're proud of it. And someone goes up to you and says, no offense, but you should have used blue. You know, no offense, but you know, you should have used less drums in that song. No offense, but, and then they'll leave a comment that, you know, realistically, you're not going to change the way you made your product anyway, and you were happy with it. You didn't need their comment to come in and give their 2 cents. And them saying no offense didn't make it any better, did it? It didn't soften the blow at all, did it? So before you go and say a comment like that, just put yourself in the other person's shoes. See if you would feel bad about what you are saying, and I think you'd be surprised to figure out that, yeah, you probably would feel bad about it. So that's all I'm going to say today. And I think we've cleaned up this prank enough that I can do the rest off camera. I've got loads of steak now, which is actually really good because steak is a great way of sustaining your life in this game. There's still several more cows to clean up here, but I'm almost done. I'm just going to end the episode there. Anyway, you get the gist of how the cleanup will go from here. I don't know that I'm actually going to tear down the rest of these monuments and party stuff just yet. I think I'm actually going to keep them for a little while because I think it's kind of funny. But there we go. Finally, they'll all be so happy that I finally got a chance to record this. Because like I said at the beginning of this video, it's been ages. But there you go. Thank you guys for the prank. And thank you guys out there for watching. Hope you all enjoyed it. No offense, but have a great day. We'll be seeing you on TimeShot. Like this video, comment below, do all this other blah 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 blah. Bye bye.